How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a great afternoon going into evening, this Monday evening. It is absolutely gorgeous out. I was just, meditating on the scriptures, on a few scriptures, and the Lord brought back to remembrance a sermon, actually, that I preached. It was at the Women in the Well service that, Women in the Well service was when I was in church. Something that the pastor's wife believed that Yah told her to institute, where it was supposed to be ministry specifically for women. And so, don't mind that. And so, she did ask me to speak a few times, and one of the times that I did speak on it, I did preach about women at the well, or the woman at the well, and women in the Bible in general. What happened to these women that the Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, ministered to? And a lot of times we hear about the woman at the well, but we hear about her in the context of she was this whorish woman that had 5 husbands and she was living in sin. And, it's preached in a very demeaning, misogynistic, sexist way. When if we really do our homework and read the scripture and study that particular passage of scripture in the book of John in proper context, the woman at the well was not a hoe. Excuse my language. She was not living in sin per se. And just, if she had 5 husbands, the word says she had 5 husbands. Well, we have to understand the cultural context. Okay. If you hear her talk about this is Jacob's well, and, this is the way that our forefathers worshiped, you read the story for yourself in the book of John. And she goes in because she knows her religious history. Okay, she knew her word, but she was looking for something else. She didn't know she was looking for living water. But if you go back and you understand the cultural and the biblical context of that scripture, all right, Jacob's well, that was the very well where her forefathers, where Rachel met her husband. And it was at the well. Well, it was customary for women to meet their husbands at the well. You feel me? That was traditional. That was custom. That was appropriate. And the man knew that that woman was his wife based upon if she was willing to serve him water and give him a drink of water. Okay? And based upon if she was willing to give him a drink of water, that man knew based upon that, that's my wife right there. I'm going to wife her. I'm about to make her mine. That's my queen. And so she probably had been doing it for years. I mean, she got married at least 5 times. She probably found all 5 of her husbands at that very well. Okay? And we don't know we don't know. I don't think there was any such thing as living in sin in that time, if we think about it. Okay? She probably had just met husband number 6 to be, fiance, and they was probably making the arrangements, okay? To say, okay, this is going to be husband number 6, because this is what women are supposed to do. Women are supposed to be married, and women who are looking to be married need to be at the feet serving their man. Whether it was like Ruth on the threshing floor serving Boaz, or whether it was Rachel giving the man of God a drink of water. So she had, she knew her religious custom. She knew the tradition, and she was spot on. She knew her word. So Yahushua did not approach this woman as if she was in sin, like so many people like to teach. Based upon this word, they like to make it seem like that she was She was this sinful, hoish woman when she wasn't. She was just doing what her culture and what religion told her she was supposed to do as a woman of that time. Okay? She was just doing what she was supposed to do. She was doing what she was programmed to do. She was doing what she was taught to do. And nobody ever gave her a name in the Bible because they chose to put all that tidbit of information about the woman at the well out of the Bible. But her name was Photine. Photine. Google her name, Photine. And after her conversion experience, after her prophetic encounter with Yahushua HaMashiach, she became a powerhouse. And she ministered to nations. The word says that she went to Africa after her experience. Well, initially, she had the woman at the woman at the well, and she went and told everybody, "Is this not the Christ? He told me everything I've ever done. Is this not the Christ?" And people was converted. The word said at Carthage. Carthage is in Africa. That's another little tidbit of information they don't tell you. So I want to talk about a little bit about that too. Maybe at the time, it was customary that non-Africans can minister to Africans. But make me wonder if Miss Photine was a black woman. But anyway, I'm not going to get off into that. But she turned out to be a powerhouse. And she was used mightily in the kingdom of Yah, okay? And she ended up, her and her family, because she got her family converted too now. I think it was, 2 sisters, 2 sons and 3 sisters or something like that. She had the whole family in on the ministry. And they traveled and they ministered to people. And she even converted King Nero, evil King Nero's daughter. Domnina was her name. Domnina. Daughter of Nero. Google it. Nero sent his daughter in to minister to her. And here's another little tidbit of information you guys didn't know about the woman at the well, whose name is Photine. Okay? Not only was she a powerful evangelist, not only did she travel and minister to many people in many nations, along with her family, who was converted after the fact, King Nero was starting to kill people because he didn't want people to be saved. People were being martyred for the faith, okay? And they tried to kill her all kinds of ways. At least 3 attempts at trying to kill Photine, the woman at the well. They couldn't kill her. Do y'all hear me? And she Nero got tired of trying to kill her because he couldn't kill her. Tried to burn her at the stake. She didn't burn. Come on now. He threw her down the well. He threw her at the bottom of the well and let her stay there. And it's said that she died in that well because, you don't eat, whatever, you don't whatever. And the way that the history presents it, it's literally says that she gave up the ghost. Like she said, "Okay, I'm ready to go now." So she died when she was ready to die, not when her persecutors were trying to kill her, y'all. Do y'all understand what I'm trying to say to you? Photine, all these years, all these centuries, they tried to make this woman out to be this hoish woman that just was thirsty for a man. And she was one of the most powerful evangelists of biblical times. What a powerful, powerful, powerful testimony about what Yah can do through a lowly woman. Do you understand the significance of that? That just blew me away when I read that, y'all. I was like, oh, she was a bad mamma jamma in the kingdom. Now, I don't know. Historical accounts does not say she ever remarried a 6th time. But she probably wasn't a bad looking chick too. She got 5 men to marry her, y'all? 5. Anyway, I'm not going to go off into that either. I just want y'all to think, single sisters, oh my God, what a powerhouse you can be for the kingdom of Yah. When you make up in your mind that you want to be used by Yah more than you want what you want for yourself. 14 had 5 husbands. Was going on her 6th husband. And she just said, you know what? I'd have been married. I didn't experience every kind of husband there is. I'm ready to work. I done found the living water now. So now I'm about to do this in the name of Yah. Go ahead and look it up. I'm not just saying these things just because it sound good, but it's a powerful. It brings you the complete story about who the woman at the well really was. The Bible as we know it takes out a lot of the historical context about what contribution women had to the kingdom. And that's on purpose, okay? That is on purpose. But if you go in and study and do your research, don't just go by this and go by that. Do your research. And you'll be able to find out Yah used women in a powerful way to promote his kingdom. You feel me? Now I'm gone. It's a gorgeous day out here, y'all. Sisters, represent him. Y'all have a great day.